Hi, my name's Aaron Short. Welcome to my YouTube channel, another episode of Acoustic Guitar Pickups. And if you're enjoying these, would you please subscribe to my channel? I really would appreciate it. So today we have the JME Engineering Ultra Tonic pickup. It's a soundboard transducer pickup and it's passive, so there's no battery or preamp in your guitar. This means it's very lightweight, you don't really know it's there, and I like that. It's cool. You may not have heard of these and wonder why you haven't. They're very similar to the K&K pickups, which are very highly regarded and used by many people, a lot of people, and often the pickup that's suggested if you go on a forum or a Facebook group and say, hey, what pickup should I put in my acoustic? It makes me laugh because they always just say, oh, get a K&K. Now that's fine. I understand why people say that because it doesn't change your guitar. It doesn't add weight, doesn't detract from the sound. That's all a great thing. But it is picking up the sound from the top, which is a nice woody tone, but also that sound, and the whole thing is acting as an amplifier, basically. And I find if you have speakers around you at loud volumes, it will just feed back, even in a smaller body guitar like this OMC. For that reason, I have not been able to use the K&K pickup, and I wish I could. It's so simple, and we all love simple, right? Well, what James has done is he's come along and basically taken the similar idea, but added an extra disc. There's 4 discs here. So we've got an extra one on the treble, the high E string. So we get more brightness in theory. And he's also added a sensor, which he uses with a computer program or an analog device to figure out what the most resonant frequency is in the guitar. And then he removes that. There's a very small PCB board at the end pin, very small, very light. And he just removes that particular frequency. So then we can plug into anything and it sounds nice and clean and brighter and not going to feed back as much. I think he says there's 10 dB more volume before feedback. So that's really good. Okay, if you're wondering, I do know James, he's a great guy. But that does not influence this demo at all, I promise. This pickup was paid for by myself and all my thoughts and opinions are my own. Sorry, James. But no, seriously, I want to show you what it sounds like because that's the real proof here, right? So I am going to plug into a preamp. This is the K&K pure preamp. The EQ is completely flat. I have found with the K&K system you need this, but with the Ultratonic you do not need a preamp. It's incredibly loud. In fact, it's louder than most active pickups, which blows my mind. And it's not really affected by impedance the way the K&K is, even though it's not active. But this does have a 1 mega ohm impedance, and that is probably the optimal impedance that you want. So I would always carry this around with me, and also to add the EQ and everything you might want. Let me turn the mic off and play it to you. Okay, now considering it's an active pickup and there's hardly anything in the guitar, I think that's super impressive, really impressive. It's still a little bit mid-rangey. I mean, there's none of that quack that the other undersaddle pickups had. It's much more sounds like a microphone. It sounds much more like a microphone, but not quite like a microphone. I did play a gig with this, and a guy asked me if I had a microphone in the guitar, which is really exciting when you think about it. Impressive too. But let me try and fix that. Let me try and reduce the mids on this. This has a very big mid scoop on this preamp, and turn the treble up to recreate some of that missing air from my microphone. Let's take a listen to that. I'll turn the mic off. Yeah, that's the kind of sound I like. I like that kind of bright sound. I mean, you may not need the EQ on the preamp, but for me, I want to add that treble, cut some mids, cut a little bit of bass, and have a very cutting sound. I mean, I think it sounds incredible. I'm not going to say I would run out and use it immediately because for me, I did like that real high airness of a microphone in the guitar. I also like the guitar that the mic picks up the body sounds, but actually the body sounds on this are really cool. They're actually better, I think. I mean, actually, the whole thing is kind of alive. So if you move around a lot, you might not like that. But for me, with the body sounds and looping, I mean, this ticks so many boxes. Wow, let's just go over the prices and details. It's $269 with shipping included in the United States. A conversion kit is available for a K&K, $169. That's so you can just change your K&K into this, basically. If you want to send him your guitar, have him do it. It's $100 plus the pickup, so that's going to be $369. Not cheap, but not crazy expensive. I would say it's worthwhile. I had him do it to this guitar, and I'm really happy with it. Let me just consult my notes here. So it's a passive soundboard transducer pickup. It's incredibly light, and unlike our other pickups, which were quite heavy and active, and it requires no battery. There's nothing to really rattle around. There's like one cable in there. So what do I like about it? Well, I like that it's light, of course. I like that it's not changing the sound of the guitar in any way. It's impossible. I love that. I like that there's no battery to die on me, ever. I love that. That's incredible. I like that it picks up body sounds really well. It ticks all of those boxes. And what don't I like about it? Well, I don't like that it's missing that super high air of a microphone. I do kind of like that, although it can give me issues with feedback at times. You know, it still sounds like a piezo pickup, but it doesn't quack like the others. I think with the right EQ, this could sound absolutely fine. In fact, I have used this at several gigs and just been like, well, it just works. It just sounds great. You know, I have absolutely no issues at all. But, you know, turned up loud and with the right EQ. You could add other external pedals as well, which I'm going to try with, and I'll do another video about the preamps later on. Remember, this is just a very basic preamp. This isn't coloring or doing it. This is just a little bit of EQ. And you can buy this and keep it in your pocket. Okay, it's another thing to buy, but you can carry that around. So I like all those things about it. There's nothing really to go wrong. There's no batteries to die. It doesn't add any weight. The one thing stopping me from saying just go out and get this immediately is I haven't tried it in many guitars. Like, it sounds great in this guitar. It's a smaller body guitar. I would like to try it in a larger body guitar to see if it presents any different kind of opinions or issues. I don't think that it will. But yeah, the only thing I'm missing is that slight airiness of a microphone. So I guess I could add a microphone, but I don't know if it's worth it. I really don't know if it's worth it, you know. And I could say I don't like the fact you have to send it to James. I mean, if I could just take this to my guitar repair guy and say install this pickup, I probably would have it in a bunch of guitars. Okay, it adds a hassle. You're going to have to send your guitar, have him install it. It's great that he installs it. I mean, it's great to have the creator of something install it in your guitar. But you have to wait for your guitar, pay for the shipping. All in all, once you pay for your shipping and the pickup and the installation, you're looking at probably, if you live in the East Coast, close to, well, there goes the plane now. I could send it on there, right? I could do it on the East Coast. Probably looking at just under $500. But, you know, if you don't gig much, you don't want to pick up, then just buy a cheap pickup if you want the best. And I can't say this is the best because I do like a microphone, but I can say this is the best passive pickup that I've ever used, for sure. Oh yeah, definitely. And up there with the best pickups too. So I'll say more in my summary about this, and I want to try it at some more gigs again. But I think you'll agree with me that the plugged-in direct, that's just really impressive, clean, usable, and it's kind of mind-blowing. I think. I mean, tell me what you think. Is it just me? I'd love it if you could go to each video with the timestamps of these and compare every pickup in every configuration, and then tell me which one you think sounds the best. Now remember, that doesn't mean it'll sound best at a gig. For example, the Fishman with the microphone inside won't feed back when you play it back from your phone, but at a gig it might feed back. I found this doesn't feed back, so that's a great thing, right? So do me a favor and do that. Let me know what you think. But this is the James May Engineering Ultra Tonic pickup, and I'll play it to you one more time without the microphone. Oh, and I've dialed out all the mids, added all the treble. I've added the treble now. I've added some maximum treble, cut maximum mids, and the bass is down very slightly. because that's just the kind of sound that I like, okay?